Hey everyone, it's Sarah and today I am here to talk about Plum Perfumes. So I have got 10 different perfumes here and most of them have a very prominent plum note. Some of them just have plum in them, or I should say just a couple. They have plum in them and you can smell the plum. It adds a sweetness, but it's not like the most prominent note. So anyways, I've got 10 to talk about here. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. So the first one that I have is Dolce and Gabbana The One. So this is a gorgeous powdery plum fragrance. Plum is the most prominent note to my nose. It is sweet. It's like a super mellow, sweet, fruity note. But this is a really beautiful, like, powdery, fruity fragrance, which is a little bit strange, but it's really, really beautiful. So, Dolce & Gabbana The One is mandarin, bergamot, lychee, peach, jasmine, lily of the valley, white lily, plum, vetiver root, amber, musk, and vanilla. It's beautiful. I love plum. It is one of my favorite notes in perfumery, so I really, really love that one. Okay, the next one is an affordable one. This is Britney Spears' Midnight Fantasy. This also has a very, very prominent plum note. There is something about this fragrance that brings me so much joy. It is so happy. It's just such a beautiful, just sweet, happy fragrance. Midnight Fantasy is framboise, black cherry, plum, night orchid, freesia, iris, amber, musk, and vanilla. Again, a very prominent, beautiful plum note in this. I love this fragrance. It just brings me so much joy. So again, that is Midnight Fantasy from Britney Spears. Okay, the next one I have to talk about is an oil. This is an oil from Swiss Arabian. This is called Persia. This is a beautiful, kind of fruity-ish oil, but it has a very prominent plum note to my nose. The dry down of this oil is just to die for. Such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So Persia is bergamot, magnolia, melon, peach, pear, tangerine, freesia, jasmine, lily of the valley, orchid, plum, rose, tuberose, and violet. And the plum in here is like, it's beautiful. It's lending the sweetness to the fragrance. It's just stunning. So another one that I really, really love. Again, that is called Persia, and that is from Swiss Arabian, and that is one of the concentrated perfume oils, and these are like 15 bucks. So really good deal with that one. The next one I had to talk about is a discontinued fragrance. It is from a small indie house as well called Ganache Parfums, and this is called Ciruela. So this is a straight up plum fragrance. Everything about this is meant to, it's all about plum. I'll just put it that way. It's all about plum. This has got plum, plum blossom, incense, and some floral notes as well. But this really is all about the plum. So again, that is Ciruela, and that is from Ganache Parfums. Next one we have to talk about is one of my favorite perfumes of all times, and this, I just have a decant of it. I don't have a full bottle yet. If I ever make it through this decant, I will purchase a full bottle, but this is Decadence from Marc Jacobs. I love this fragrance. This is probably one of my top 5 like plum fragrances of all time. Probably top 3. I just adore this. There's something so cozy about this fragrance to me. So Decadence is Italian plum, saffron, iris, Bulgarian rose, sambac jasmine, orris root, liquid amber, vetiver, and papyrus wood. I love this fragrance so much. This is one of those polarizing fragrances that people either really love or they really hate, and I just happen to really, really love it. So again, that is Decadence from Marc Jacobs. The next one I have to talk about is one that my friend Jennifer sent over a sample of to me, and this is Dior, and it is called Plumilicious. Now, I do believe that Plumilicious is a dupe of Tom Ford's Plum Japonais, I believe. This is a beautiful fragrance. This does lean quite masculine, but it's so, so beautiful. So this is saffron, cinnamon, immortelle, Japanese plum, plum blossom, camellia, cypress, liquor, oud, amber, fir, benzoin, and vanilla. And it really, you can smell the oud, definitely. It's prominent, but it's not like overpowering the plum. This is beautiful. It's like a beautiful woody, boozy plum fragrance. Really, really stunning. So again, that is Dior, and that is Plumilicious. This fragrance I have to talk about is a classic. So this is Poison by Christian Dior. This is like my childhood in a bottle. Every time I smell this, this brings me back to being a child when my mother used to wear it. It's just such a beautiful fragrance, and this has a lot of different notes in it. I'm not going to read off all the notes to this, but it's got a lot of beautiful notes. There's coriander and wild berries and orange honey and tuberose, plum, rose. There's some spices. It's just really, really beautiful. I love this fragrance, and yeah, it does have a very prominent plum note to my nose. The plum, I feel like, is what gives it the sweetness. But it's not like overly sweet. It's just a beautiful fragrance. And again, that is Poison from Christian Dior. Okay, another Christian Dior fragrance. And I have found that Christian Dior uses plum in a lot of their fragrances. Another one with plum in it is J'adore. So J'adore is mandarin, jasmine, plum, orchid, rose, amaranth. I thought amaranth was like a grain. I could be wrong, but I thought that that's what it is. If so, that's a very interesting note. Musk and blackberry. So again, very prominent plum note, bringing a lot of sweetness. And I really do love J'adore. So again, that is J'adore from Christian Dior. And then the next one I have to talk about is Moonlight from Ariana Grande. So I hate this little ball. It's pretty, but it's such a pain in the butt when you're trying to like put this perfume on or just even hold it. I love this. Again, very prominent plum note in this one. This is blackcurrant, plum, marshmallow, peony, sandalwood, black amber, and vanilla. Really, really beautiful. I love it. The plum and the marshmallow and the blackcurrant is just beautiful. It creates a really beautiful fragrance. So again, that is Moonlight from Ariana Grande. And then last but not least, I have a Divona fragrance here, and this is Divona Sierra. This is such an interesting perfume. So this has ozone, peach, plum, citrus, honey, jasmine, tuberose, lavender, musk, wood, and chocolate. And I've got it sprayed on a piece of paper here. I really smell the plum and the chocolate in this one. And then it's got a very fresh, like ozone note in it. So it's a very strange fragrance with this like freshness in the top, but then it dries down to the plum and the chocolate. It's just really, really pretty. This is one that I would not say is a safe blind buy by any means. I would definitely order a sample of this one, but if those sound like notes that you really like, I think you would really like this one. So again, that is Sierra from Divona. Let's talk about what I've got on my eyes and on my lips today. So on my eyes,
my mom's got a mix on her lips.
I do. So on my eyes, I am wearing this ZC and the British Museum collab palette. And let's see here. This is just a really pretty palette. I've just got this and this all over the lid. And then I went in with this glitter topper, but I don't feel like it really did anything. It did make it really, really shiny, but this palette is very interesting because it is very kind of ethereal and light. It's not super saturated or pigmented. The mattes blend out really, really well. It's just a really very pretty but interesting palette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me smell all these fragrances.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
Mm.
And then on my lips, I've got a mixture. So I've got this Maybelline Hot Vivid Lacquer, and this is in the shade Charmer. So it's just kind of this nude. But after I put it on, I realized I wanted a little bit more color. So then I got
This one looks
this.
weird.
Yeah, it's pretty. So then I went in with this NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Strawberry Cheesecake, and it's like a really, really bright pink. So the mixture I just felt like made a really pretty
Did
kind of
Ariana
spring
Grande
pink.
make this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's a celebrity.
She is. So anyways, guys, those are a handful of plum fragrances that I have in my collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.